For TraderInsight.com, I'm Adrian Manns, and it's time for your daily dose of the doctor. Let's take a look at a planned trade from Tuesday, November 15th, 2016. This was an Infield Fly setup in Kohls Corporation. KSS is the ticker symbol on that one. The reason I call these Infield Fly is they pop up and come and close down on the bottom of the range. This one is sort of the ideal. You see this very, very long tail on the setup bar. This is just what I'm looking for in a perfect kind of a situation on one of these. Let's take a look at the trading plan and figure out what we were looking for. This was, of course, a short. Infield Fly is always a short side setup. The entry, $53.62. The stop on this one, $54.13. Initial target, $52.99. Gives us a ratio on the trade of 1.24 to 1, and 50% of the distance to the target was $53.31. All these numbers let me play by the rules and give me an exact blueprint of what I'm going to do if the stock triggers an entry. Infield Fly normally has some very tight spreads on these pivot lines. In this instance, that is not the case, and that's because we had that long tail, almost had an expansion range on that setup, and when that happens, you get wider pivots, and there is less in the way between the entry and the profit target, so that makes for a better setup as well. That's why I said I really like them when they have that longer tail. Switching to the intraday chart, we see that the stock opened down below $53.31. What's that tell me? Well, KSS has been 50% of the distance to the profit target. So that being the case, and the fact, of course, that it made it down to 10 cents to the profit target before it reversed and moved higher, we're counting that as a first entry even though there was no opportunity to get in. So as you know, if you watch these videos regularly on the planned trades, there's always a first entry and a second entry. Doesn't matter if the first entry went to a stop or a target, we're always looking for a second entry on them. But if price opened at or beyond 50% of the distance to the profit target, that counts as a first entry. Now what we're waiting for is a move 8 cents above this 53.62 entry line. That resets everything. We see that it happens here in this first bar of trading. Second bar of trading opens, travels higher, comes back down through 53.62. When we get to 53.31, it's time to move that stop loss down to break even. So the stop goes from 54.13 down to 53.62. When we get to 53.09, that's 10 cents to the target. It's time to move the stop loss again, this time to the 53.31 level. When we get to the profit target, it's all a matter of whether or not the trade was automated. If it's automated, we're out at 52.99. And if we're trailing a stop, then the next logical profit objective on this one is going to be at this green pivot line, $52.68. As these infield flies very frequently do, this one came all the way back up from this low, got back to the entry level, and had we not already qualified it as a first and second entry based on that open, this would have been another entry here. Of course, a third entry in this case would be discretionary. But look what happened, once again, all the way down to that green pivot line. So I think following stocks through the cycle, following things around the horn, if you will, in my metaphor of baseball, right? You go from periods of expansion to contraction, and you see things reverse, and you know what to expect. When you had a big move to the upside over the last couple days, as we did in Kohls, then you do expect to see a correction. And when you see a pattern like the Infield Fly that we had yesterday in KSS, with that long tail on the day, then you're expecting to see a very good move if the market moves in the direction that you're anticipating, in this case lower, and that's exactly what played out for the session on Tuesday, November 15th. So if you have any questions, shoot me an email, adrian@traderinsight.com. We are going to be at the Traders Expo this weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. If you'd like to see us, if you'd like to come talk to us, the session that I'm doing Friday afternoon is a free educational session. I'm going to do an hour of training on this first hour stuff. Would love to see you there. Please come on up and let me know that you enjoy the videos, and maybe hang out afterwards and talk trading. In the interim, I hope you had a great trading day today and an even better one on deck for tomorrow. The best trader education anywhere, only from TraderInsight.com.